Virgil.
Today I'd like to talk to you about my portfolio. My portfolio was conceived within 3 months, and most of it came from an Office Depot down in Lakewood Town Center. You can find all kinds of different supplies, colorful binders of many different types, and I drew my own cover, as you can see. It was definitely 3 months of careful planning. I must say that I didn't feel like I couldn't put this together in the amount of time needed. I felt like I always had enough time to complete my tasks. I had people who had been to this class previously, and they had definitely given me a lot of insight into staying up on my portfolio and not letting it slide behind too far, so I'd be having to go through it I won't say that word, sorry. But I just felt like I had enough time to prepare for everything. I didn't find it hard at all. I definitely felt that, you know, preparation is everything. If you can prepare for what you're going to be doing, it's going to make things a lot easier. And I definitely had a lot of time to prepare, and I thought that the class was structured very well for that. Hearing examples from students like Steve Johnson, who is in last quarter's class, he did a very good job with his portfolio. That gave me a lot of incentive and motivation to do well for mine. 3 of the things that I'm going to be going over today are some of my speeches that I thought that I'd done the best on, my humor and ideas section, and my overall experience in the public speaking class. Some of my speeches that I thought were the best, that at least meant the most to me, would happen to be my Theodore Roosevelt speech. I did actually forget my visual aids, and I brought them now because I forgot them before. I didn't like forgetting things, but I was rushing to get over here, and I was like, oh no, what did I forget? So even I make mistakes. Here's another one of him when he was going through the Russo-Japanese War conflict, and I thought it was a really good picture, and I wish I'd had that during my speech. The second speech that I thought that I did fairly well on was my Why You Should Hire Me speech. I didn't bring all my certificates and whatnot with me, because I want to keep those together and where they're at. But that speech was something that I thought was really pertinent because we're going to be going into the workforce, and if we're going into the workforce, you're going to need to know how to put together a resume and sell yourself, because that's what it's all about. It's about selling yourself. My third speech that I thought definitely meant the most to me was my live community speech on Dana Kennedy and her book, A Journal for Jordan. I really didn't get the impact on how close it was to my own situation in Iraq until I actually read the book. A lot of the information that became very close to me, being in the same place as First Sergeant King was, and my buddy dying in the same month as him, definitely brought it a lot closer to home. There's some pictures of him and his child, and my buddy Ski. Not the best picture. That meant a lot to me, going up there and hearing her speak was something that was very moving to me personally. And going up afterwards and thanking her for giving her speech was something that really was kind of hard to do for me. The next part that I'm going to go over is my humors and ideas section. I have a funny little story to go over about this one here. I have a buddy named Carlos. People probably know of Carlos, or have heard of him in some part. He's an interesting little person. He's spherical in shape. He's kind of like a small ball, as opposed to being, regularly proportioned like most human beings. And he tends to style himself as a street dancer or a b-boy, if you will. And it's quite entertaining to see him try to bust out some new move that he learned. And he decided to try his specific style of dance during a convention we were at in Seattle. The AEI convention in Seattle is done every year, and you go through classes for credits for your licenses, and you get, free lunch, free dinner, free alcohol. That was a bad idea, especially with Carlos here. He decided in front of thousands of potential employers during the dinner portion of the whole event in a big convention center. There's tons of people were getting cards, we're networking, we're making sure, hey, your name gets out there. Well, his name is probably out there. So in the middle of this whole thing, we're all having dinner, everything's, pretty cool. We're chilling, a few beers here and there, everything's cool, and here goes Carlos. Some music comes on, and it isn't even music you could dance to. This is some 80s classic of some sort. And here he is, busting out with some dance move in the middle of the dance floor. He's right in front of everybody. And you're like, okay, we don't see this guy. We don't know him. We're trying to turn away and not even pay attention because we're like, man. And you can see everyone just laughing. They're just dying. Looking at this guy just going to town on the dance floor. And it's just like, come on, man. These are employers. These are people that could hire you in the future. And here you are making a fool of yourself. That's how I looked at it. But it did break it up. It did break up the day. It made it a little more interesting. It wasn't as, boring and mainstream as it would have been. So that was something I thought was pretty funny. And the second part, the other part, I'm going over my ideas. I didn't have many. I probably could have added more. But a few of the random ones I had were about a little machine that would play your own theme music. They do it in movies all the time. The guy comes in, bam, and it slows down. He's got theme music, and he's cool. He's a cool person that everybody wants to know. And it's like, hey, why can't I have theme music? Why can't I have a song that pops on every time I come into the room or every time I exit the room? It'd be nice. It'd be kind of cool, kind of interesting. Like, hey, here's Virgil. Bow, bow, come in and freaking start the show, So I thought, hey, I want my own theme music. I thought that'd be cool. So true. Another part is pedal cars. I thought, we have those pedal boats that you have on lakes. Why not pedal cars? Think about it. That would take care of tons of our problems. Dependence on fossil fuels, that's gone. That's out the window. You're not burning. You're burning fat, if anything. You're burning calories. Dependence on foreign oil, emissions, global warming. That could take care of all those problems. Think about it. You wouldn't have all the drunk driving accidents. Oh, you get in your pedal car and bam, you hit somebody. Okay, look at this weirdo here. He's drunk and he got his pedal car. No problem, You don't have to worry about giant pileups on I-5. 10-car accidents. You laugh more than anything. A 10-car pedal car accident on I-5. Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be funny. So I thought that was something that would be interesting. And now my overall experience in the class. It's definitely, I think, made me a better speaker. I never really thought a lot about how to be a better public speaker. I've given classes and whatnot, but I never thought about, okay, how am I going to draw my audience in with good first and last words? I never thought about memorizing introductions and conclusions because I didn't really worry about that. All I had was a classroom. Okay, I have a class I got to give. I have my material. I'm fine. I'm ready to go. I didn't think about the preparation of the plan that really goes into a speech. So that was something that I've definitely taken from this class. And everyone in the class, the instructor, we all had a really good nature. Everyone was really personable. And you're able to get along with everybody. There was nobody here that I could say, oh, I don't want to see that jerk again. So it went pretty well there. And I had a great partner, Nadine, for speech number 6. And it was a very good experience working with Yaroslava and Nadine to get our speech 6 done. I think everything came together really well. And in conclusion, putting my portfolio together was something that is definitely a good thing to do because it shows some kind of progression in the class, and that's important. Even employers want to see that, and I'm probably going to make a portfolio for my electrician class as well.